guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
You're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D., and we are live right here on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. What's going on? How y'all doing this morning? I always forget to hit that mute button, but it's okay. I've only been doing this 101, 102 shows now. Guys, super excited y'all hanging out with me, but I gotta give some time to some... All right, how do I put this? So let's get something straight. I gotta get something off my chest. I gotta say something. I am Mr. Spread Kindness. I'm all about spread kindness. I don't like drama. I don't like beef. I don't do any of that stuff. And it's tough for me to give time to something that isn't making my life more constructive or better, or moving me in a forward direction. But this bothered me. But this is the only time I'm ever going to let it bother me. And this is the only time I'm ever going to give any time to this too. Okay, so I'm not even starting off my morning show the way I usually start it. I am going to give some time to this. I'm not going to call anybody out by name. I'm not going to call anybody out by name. So, when I run this show, I am literally, just so everybody knows what I do, I make all the graphics. I produce it. I'm having to see what's in the chat box while I'm running it. I'm doing live. I'm trying to focus on what people are talking about during the live show while trying to figure out what people are talking about in the chat box. I'm trying to figure out I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I got people texting me. That's how most of my morning shows go. I have no problem with it. I love what I do. I'm doing this for the love of it. Any little money I make literally goes back into equipment. It goes back into the programs that I make, designs on and stuff like that. It went back on all the equipment you saw live down at the tailgate. When I did the live tailgate, money went right back into that. So the little bit of money I get from the one sponsor I have, and the little bit of money that you guys send me, which I'm greatly appreciative of, I do all that for that. And the content I do, not everybody's going to like. I get that. There's 15 other million Dolphins YouTubers out there, all which give something to somebody. All which provide quality content. If you ask Miami Football Talk will sit here and tell you, hey, bro, Steven, anytime I call, I want Miami Football Talk to be successful. TD did the same for me. I want to return that favor to other people. I try to give back what was given to me tenfold. So yesterday, when stuff goes into the comments, look, during the live show, there is the live chat box. There's moderators. Moderators can take stuff away. They can hide comments. They can delete comments. I don't have full control of the live chat box. People can mute people. But the only thing that I can do that nobody else can do is delete somebody directly from the channel. That's it. Or if you do a real comment underneath the video, not on the live chat box, you can do that too. I can do that too. But that's it. So again, I'm not going to call no names out here, but when I get messages through Instagram that are like blindly telling me, I'm going to show y'all what was sent to me. I'm not going to tell you who sent it, but I need y'all to know that I'm not this person. I'm never, ever going to call this person out publicly because I'm not that person. But I need you to know, just because I run a YouTube morning show doesn't mean A, I don't have feelings, or B, come to me first before you start accusing me of things. Ask me directly before you start throwing shots. Because I don't play this game. Okay? So this is the first thing. Since seeing you took my comment down, not cool. You take harebrained takes and our cash, but you take truths down. I was being funny. So you tell my shit down. I share your channel on Facebook. I'll end your screenshot of what we posted. Okay. I'm not going to show you the screenshots because basically it was his comment and that was it for the first screenshot. Okay. And it was a funny thing. I agree it was funny. But it was on the live chat for tomorrow's show. I try to do my shows out in advance. Okay? And then he goes, that was my comment. Was here, now it's gone. You're the only one who can take down comments. I would never have done that to you. So did Vic. I guess the screenshot showed that Vic had just signed up to become a DWA member. But if you go to all the channels, if somebody signs up, YouTube, it's a weird. That's how it happens. He goes, wish I had friends like Solo D to make a career out of YouTube. Let's call a spade a spade. Your content sucks. But what would I know? I'm just the sub one of many. After today, you won't hear shit from me. Enjoy your 57 likes and talking about the same old stuff with the same old people. I was only here for Solo. You know why people don't come on your show in the AM? You say, share my response. This dude talks about the same shit every day. That's coming from other Fins fans. I don't do online advertising. I'll share your contact, give you your thumbs up. But remember, I'm only doing this for Solo. Okay. Goes on to say, if you don't want to laugh, get on YouTube and listen to this BS I'm talking about. It's called Clock Blockers on Miami Sports Music. You pro-truth, and Steven will take it down and beg you for some cash. I'm telling you, this shit is hilarious. I'm ashamed to be a Fins fan, but Fins up. This is just one of the responses from social media. I'm going around and this last thing. So he's basically going on Facebook posts and saying all this. Bro, let's get something straight. So I sent back a screenshot this morning of his screenshot. Okay? Saying I never took it down. It's not down, by the way. I don't got time for that, bro. I'm not that person. I'm not that person in any way, shape, or form. And I never will be. I feel like if I give you too much more context, you're going to find out who it is and call that person out. I don't want that to happen. Because I'm not that person. I really am not. But know when you say stuff, get all your answers, get all your facts straight before you step up to me like that. I'm not that person, man. I don't have time for the hate. I don't have time for the meanness. I don't have time. What does that show me about you, my guy? It shows me your true colors. Because only a few hours before on my Instagram, you were like, hey, bro, I love your content. It's great. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly because I don't want to get it misconstrued that you said something you didn't say. He goes, it's a new day. You're my boy, big homie. I'll be live with you. I said, I appreciate you. I love you, brother. I love that photo. You're the man. He goes, no worries. Just tired of the same takes every day from Dolphin fans every day. I left the show hella early as soon as people started about Rapo Watson. I can always turn you off. If I don't like watching. Fins up, bro. I hope you're watching, man. I just, yo. But when you come here and you say, like I'm okay. I know people are not going to like me. I get that. TD told me that from day one. I get that. But when you straight up accuse me of something I didn't do, we got a problem. And I know, and by the way, if this ever happens again on anybody, I'm not going to give it the time of day. But I do want my listeners to know that shit hurts. I do hashtag Spread Kindness Friday for a reason. I recorded my very first episode last night of Beyond the Champion, which I know you guys are going to like. What is Beyond the Champion? Beyond the Champion is a new show that is catered to people that deal with hurts, habits, and hangups. Athletes, artists, actors. Andrevius, it wasn't you. Andrevius just messing. It was not Andrevius. I'm not exposing anybody. That's not my character, man. That's not my MO. I don't care if it about, like, here's the thing. This is a sports talk morning show at the end of the day. There's going to be controversy. There's going to be things that people disagree with. That is the whole point. And if you don't like it, you got a million other channels that you can go to. You're right. I only have 60 to 80 likes a day. 100% correct about that. Yeah, you're right. I only got 90 to 100 people watching live per show. But you know what? It was more than 4 months ago when I started, when it was just 20 or 30 average. So I'm growing. And I'm going to tell you right now, Miami Sports Music Podcast Network is going to become the number one thing in South Miami and South Florida sports. And in South Florida entertainment is going to be. I'm just not going to deal with it no more. So look, I'm sorry I started out the show negative. I didn't want to do that, but that's what I woke up to. That's what I went to bed to last night, and that's what I woke up to this morning. And I just and I sent him a screenshot. I said, "Bro, I didn't take anything down. That is the live chat, and moderators can take stuff down." Also, this is a screenshot from a minute ago. And I sent him a screenshot of his content, still of his things still up there. So you're getting on me like crazy for something that I didn't even do.